A recruitment trends report has revealed an increase of 18% in the demand for candidates through online recruitment compared to the previous 12 months. Joining me now from Cape Town to unpack the data that's compiled by Careers24 is the General Manager, Marc Privett. Marc, thanks for your time this evening. Now, we've seen the latest employment stats from Statistics South Africa, and they don't paint a really good picture. So just give us a sense of the data that you are working with.
Yes, certainly. So what we do is we analyze the data from our own jobs portal as well as 22 other jobs portals in South Africa. And we look at the trends, see which sectors are seeing growth and which ones are shrinking. And what we've actually seen, which really is backing the trend that you spoke about, is that we've actually seen an 18% increase in jobs posted in April compared to what we've been seeing in the previous months. So definitely promising, and certainly certain sectors are doing better than others, including IT and technology, as well as engineering, where there is quite a demand for candidates. And
is there supply to meet that demand?
Unfortunately, I think there isn't a supply. So on the other side of the coin, what we're seeing is the response rates to these roles is quite low. So, for example, in IT and telecoms, we get about 25 applications per job. In engineering, about 28. And on the flip side of the coin, one of the more popular sectors in the office and administration, we get about 105 applications per job. So you can see there's quite a big disparity between, I guess you would say, the lower end of the market and the skilled sectors.
And we'll get back to the skills side of things, and I suppose the way that candidates can actually market themselves. But in which sectors have you seen negative growth?
Well, certainly in the trade and industry, manufacturing and mining, as expected. I think that's driving quite a lot of the negative growth, as well as in sales, surprisingly enough, which was something that was quite unexpected for me.
That's interesting. But mining and manufacturing, I suppose, matches what we've seen with the economic sectors that have actually been seeing some shrinkages. So then what advice would you give candidates who are searching through the different portals and trying to market themselves, because we also in this country sit with a high unemployed graduate situation?
Yes, certainly. I think that's one of the biggest problems that we have in the country. Even though we have an unemployment rate of 26%, if you look at the youth unemployment, it's almost 50%, and that's a massive problem for our country. As you know, we know that there aren't that many jobs to fit the requirements of our population. And the advice that I always give to people is don't be idle. If you can, volunteer, do internships. Be busy while you are looking for jobs, because that really resonates on your CV. Big blanks in your CV really don't help your cause. If possible, study, get as much experience as possible. There's even opportunities for you to work within NGOs or other organizations that really do need the help.
And for businesses themselves who are looking for candidates and they're finding that they're hanging on for a very long time trying to find a suitable candidate, what advice would you give them?
Yes, you know, I think that the days are gone where people are looking specifically for skills. We're finding a lot more success with some corporations who are a lot more progressive and really looking at fit. So that people might not necessarily have the skills required for the job, but they have the right attitude, they have the drive. And if these organizations are willing to invest a little bit into these candidates, these young candidates, then that will reap the rewards in the long term.
And when you look at these online portals, are you finding, for example, with you guys at Careers24, that with the lack of employment in the country and the desperation that people have, that you have a lot more traffic, or more people actually starting to use online portals to look for employment?
Yes, absolutely. I think the growth that we talk about is really because there is more unemployment. We get 1.4 million candidates that come visit our website in every given month. And that kind of gives an indication of the desperation that these poor candidates have. And when you think that we only have 21 or 22,000 jobs online, you can see there's a massive mismatch between what is available and what the requirement is in the country.
Certainly. We'll leave it there. Thanks for your time today. Marc Privett is General Manager at Careers 24.